President Biden is set to deliver remarks on his plan just after 4 p.m. today at a training facility in Pittsburgh, where he's going to highlight a lot of the spending, massive spending they have planned that they say will create jobs. But let's take a look at the kind of big ticket items and how they're grouped in this infrastructure plan that he plans to unveil today, and exactly what they are. Now, when we think of typical infrastructure, we think roads, we think ports, we think highways. Well, there's only just over $600 billion actually allocated to that type of infrastructure spending. And there's some other items you might not think of. $300 billion towards housing. There's also $400 billion for home care for the elderly and disabled. You also have energy spending, but this is the one that's got Republicans kind of concerned, is $400 billion in clean energy credits. In fact, they're saying this is nothing more than the Green New Deal. And as you said, it involves tax hikes in order to pay for it, something that Press Secretary Jen Psaki said in a television interview today that most Americans support. Listen.
The president's proposing a way to pay for his historic investments, reforming, making the corporate tax code more fair. He believes that the number of people, the number of companies that didn't pay taxes in the last couple of years is just insane, and most Americans would agree. We need to change that.
So the major factor of tax hikes to pay for this is, of course, the corporate tax rate. They're planning to up that from 21% to 28%. Of course, a group who does not support that are Republicans. They're already speaking out about this. Jim Jordan sort of summing it all up about how all Republicans feel in a tweet, saying President Biden's infrastructure plan, more spending, job losses in the energy sector, such a deal. Also, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell's already said he's not on board. He suggested this is a Trojan horse just to raise taxes. But of course, remember, when he was Senate Majority Leader, he talked former President Donald Trump off of an infrastructure plan in 2018, citing the midterm elections. And then, as we know, they lost the House. And of course, they couldn't get any kind of bipartisan support for anything that Trump wanted to do. And Trump is weighing in on this plan and the tax hikes. He says that it's nothing more, in a statement he released from his office of the 45. He says it's nothing more than a massive giveaway to China and many other countries. There's already Republican outside lobbying groups forming to try to combat